Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen, it's your host Shane Guilford, and once again you've joined us for another round of the Champions League 2023. In fact, this is round 8 and it is the final round of the year, and it's actually the final race of the year for us here at SimHaus, and we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast for 2024, and we've created something special for you to hear tonight in keeping with the vintage cars of the Australian Touring Car Championship circa 1990. We've gone the old retro CRT TV set for you just for nostalgic purposes. So we're currently in qualifier session at the moment. The boys have got 3 minutes to go. Vlad in the old column bond. Ford Sierra 500. He's the only one that's actually posted a time as yet. Everyone else struggling with 3 minutes to go. There's a lot of incidences. You can hit the wall, come off the grass, and that nullifies your qualifying session. But we'll quickly go through, see who's in the old cars column bond. So Vlad Tokarev from Russia. I think it's the old column bond livery. His teammates out there, and that's Braden Pritchard. Okay, so Jamie Walker, he's in the pits in the Skyline GTSR. Now, tell me if that's Jim Richards or Mark Scaife. I can't remember which one was which. I'm sure Jim Richards was number 2 and Scaife 3. Scott Flack is out in the John Bow. Dick Johnson, Shell Helix, well it wasn't Helix back then, it was just Shell V-Power, Ford Sierra, or Ultra High I should say. Scott Flack out there. Braden Pritchard in, I'm sure, he's in the Matthews car of the Caltex, sponsored teammate of Colin Bond. That's Braden Pritchard. He should be up in front. Hopefully this is a flying lap for him. And he'll cross the line, getting himself in a pole. And Pritchard moves in. Must have had an accident, so he's still in P5. Still got 1 lap to go, I reckon, in that one. Scott Flack down in P6. Scott Fitzsimons has dusted off the old R Factor 2 and has joined in for tonight. Loves the old V8s and the old touring car. Matthew Pritchard, series sponsor from Matrixx Plumbing. You can't mistake this car and colour, and definitely the number of 05 Peter Brock. Not the best year for Peter Brock being in a Ford Sierra, but anyway, he was in there for a couple of years before he went back to Holden. Matthew Pritchard and Matthew Collins is in the Kevin Waldock Playscape Racing Ford Sierra. I actually used to sell merchandise as a 10-year-old kid up on the mountain for this Playscape, and Andrew Mediki in the Oxo Ford Sierra. If you ever remember those ones back in the day, hit us up in the comments, let us know what you remember from the 90s and watching on air. So we'll go on board with Matt Collins. Very hard to lock it up. You've really got to brake hard just under the loop. Going under the James Hardy banner. Now the track's circa 85, so, and the cars are circa 90, so we know the track was a bit different in the 90s. It had a massive upgrade after this. Almost close to what it is today, but it's had another upgrade since then. So, a few changes for Bathurst. Oh, Harrison Tev, I missed him. He's skipped. And he's in the VL Commodore. How could you mistake the Tom Walkinshaw Racing VL Commodore for Jag Parts? And he's our lone Commodore driver tonight for Holden, flying the flag. Comes down the mountain. He's still on a flying lap, so he's currently in P2 in a 1:58.5. Vlad Tokarev just posting and improving his pole time of 1:56.208. Harrison Tebb will be on the front row if he doesn't improve here, but he's still got a Conrod straight to go. We can see how much he flies down the main straight. Listen to that engine screaming in top gear. Oh, he's just spun it out at Murray's corner. So unfortunately, that'll be it for him. But it's still on front row for Harrison Tebb as he parks it back into pit lane. Down the back, we can see it's changed a hell of a lot since the 1985s. So we're currently in warm-up. We'll go to a quick commercial break and then we'll come back for race 1. 7 laps today. There's going to be 3 races. 7 laps race 1, race 2 will be 10 laps, and race 3 will be 20 laps. So let's get going.
Jan? Jan? Where's our ad in the Yellow Pages directory?
Keep calm. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10.
Not happy, Jan!
A broken fraps. A problem with my Gogomobile. Gogomobile? Problem with my Gogomobile, and I was wondering if Goggo. Problem with my Gogomobile. And yeah? Yeah? No, not the dark. Not the dark. So they always think it's the dark. It's a wee
Sick of Rex.
Hole-proof ants pants. It's unbelievable underwear.
So, how do you eat your Maltesers?
I love to crunch them. Crushing them between my teeth so I get that explosion of malt.
So, how do you eat your Maltesers?
Well, first I let the smooth milk chocolate dissolve in my mouth, and then I slowly suck the crisp malt centre until it all melts away.
Pick me!
Maltesers. No ordinary chocolate.
Welcome to DHL. Please enter your account number. Please enter the service you require. Please enter the destination code.
DHL can take almost anything to just about anywhere. Package for DHL?
All right, welcome back. The boys are gritting up for race 1. And we've got Vlad Tokarev on the inside and the Caltex next to him. Harrison Tebb, here we go. The lights are going green. As race 1 of the Australian Touring Car Championship, Harrison Tebb very, very slow to get off the line. Tokarev getting a absolute blinder. Chandra moving up into P2, but he's run wide and hit the wall. Oh, he's come across the whole field there, just clipping Scott Flack. And he's right up the back there. So it's Harrison Tebb getting it all taily up the top over the mountain. And Scott Flack, Matthew Pritchard, and here's a big bunch coming. All the Fort Sierras trying to settle in for race 1. Griffin's Bend, all the brakes are going wide. That's Matt Collins or Matthew Parry, which I didn't mention before in the qualifier session. Matthew Parry racing from New Zealand. I've got Eric Chancher from Indonesia racing as well. So Vlad's flying out the front there with a 4-second lead already. Bit of lag there, showing us the car's getting airborne. But Harrison Tebb racing from New South Wales, bouncing that car around. Look at it swirl as it comes over the mountain. Oh, through the dipper now. I can hear someone. Got the feel coming through. Top gear it is, coming down the main straight. Harrison Tebb for the first time. But Peter Kay, VL Commodore, flying down that main straight. Can he pull it up in time for race 1? Paul V8, oh, he's getting it crossed up. I know he's connected the old H pattern for this one, just to be super nostalgic. But in the background is Pritchard and Collins, the two Matthews coming through in the Brocky and the Kevin Waldock Ford Sierras. The Sierras are taking up the mid-pack. Here comes Braden Pritchard. And then it's Matthew Parry, Fitzsimons and Jamie Walker in the Nissan Skyline. Very silent. Looks like the R31 silhouette. Vlad absolutely stomping it out front there. Scott Flack up in a P2 has taken over Harrison Tebb. So Flack and the John Bow shell cars coming to grips with the Sierra and the Turbo. It was all over the place in practice and part of qualify, but now he's definitely keeping all four, and it sounds like Harrison Tebb's just... Oh, all I could hear was tyre noise. Two boys coming through the mountain there. This is Braden coming down the hill now. Matthew Parry, Scott Fitzsimons, Jamie Walker right on the tail now, and Chandra further back. That's the gap going down Conrad as they run down the main straight, back straight. Collins and Pritchard side by side. See if we're on race cam. We're right next to Kevin Waldock. Oh, and those two are coming together yet again. Just see what happened here. Looks like Pritchard come across Collins there. So that's Pritchard selling in a P5. Braden's still yet to catch up. Scott Fitzsimons is further back, but Jamie Walker moves up a spot. So it looks like Matthew Parry had trouble pulling up the Sierra down on Murray's Corner there. There's no real online battles you can see there. The gaps are opening up to about 3-4 seconds between each car, so the field's definitely spread out for race 1. We're only 3 laps in. And Vlad is still flying, giving me purple sectors on the timing sheets. Scott Flack in P2. Vlad coming down the main straight now. Whoop. So pulling up. Take a lap with Vlad Tokarev, as he just posted the fastest lap of the race, 1:56.3. Let's see how he does it. Fifth gear up over Mountain Straight. How early does he brake? Very early compared to the current cars. Oh, he's learned how to master the Ford Sierra really quickly. Every lap has improved on the previous one. We'll see if he pulls up another fast Sector 1. Yes, he does. Purple sectors in Sector 1 on the 4th lap of the race. These guys are pretty much practicing as we're racing, so there will be a few mistakes. Let's just hope we get some door-to-door action, as we've got Chandra and Teb further back. We will leave this. We'll go to Chandra and Teb as Chandra's overtaken Harrison Teb in the V8 Commodore. Not too sure if the tyres are going off for Harrison, but oh, and that's Chandra going again. He's on the roof, and here's another car. Oh, two cars, and that's Braden Pritchard side by side. Can they get it rolled over? Matthew Parry just rolling through, so too Jamie Walker. Very hard to do 3-point turns here. And they both get off, so Chandra. Pritchard probably got balked by seeing Chandra on the roof and just locked up, and car just hit the wall and flipped with him. But Vlad now coming up Mountain Straight for the 5th time. The last two laps pretty much identical in the 1:56.38. Previous lap was a current lap, best lap was a 1:56.3. Now, something I didn't show you guys at home was and I hope you can see it on screen. No, we can't bring you that. Is the Champions League championship table. And Scott Flack is our current leader at the moment. Vlad is there, but I'm not too sure if he's in contention for this league. The Champions League for 2023 saw us racing Japanese Super GT 500s. Also sprint cars in the States. Formula One at Melbourne. And a few other cars in between. The Porsche Targa Florio, that was something for Ludwig Eskinas from Lithuania. He mastered that one. He's definitely done a few laps of that circuit. Almost a 40-minute circuit, that one, so that was tough work for the boys. But Vlad, unthreatened here at Bathurst 1985. As we're on lap 6. Still in the 1:56, Vlad, so very, very consistent. Got Fitzsimons and Teb down the back here. Oh, can Harris just clip the grass yet again? I think he's still yet to find his braking markers. Now Scott Fitzsimons mastering the Ford Sierra himself, and now he's... What is he, up in a P5 on his first effort? He hasn't raced with us for a while, so this is a fantastic effort from Scott Fitzsimons. Eric Chandra taking a visit to the pits, and Jamie Walker in the Skyliners back in the paddock. Matthew Parry still in the Benson Hedges. That's the Alan Jones Benson Hedges. His teammate was Tony Longhurst in the Ford Sierras as well. Vlad just coming down Main Straight. Scott Flack 13 seconds behind. Unable to, well, he's just taken a second out there. We've got the white flag shown, so that is final lap for Vlad, and Scott Flack is just taking that white flag now. As you can see, the guys in the top left in the marshal stand there. And this is Matt Collins moving up into P3, and he started back in P9. And it's Matthew Pritchard in the Brocky Ford Sierra, P4. Scott Fitzsimons, as mentioned before. Chasing down Chandra, who's probably a lap down. Yes, he is. So Chandra will probably be given the blue flag anytime soon, but on the last lap I think he thinks he's quicker than Scott, and he'll try and unlap himself or stay out in front. That's Harrison Tebb coming back on Scott Fitzsimons. So we're on the last lap. Can he make it? He's made up a lot of ground just on that last lap there. So we'll see if he improves that even more before we get to the checkered flag. Now Kiwi Matthew Parry sitting pretty in P7. Braden Pritchard all by himself in the Colin Bond. Oh. Braking hard. That's the old Matthews Ford Sierra there. Crossing the line in P8 for the last time. Alright, so we got his teammate. That's definitely the Colin Bond Caltex. About to take the checkered flag for race 1. And we're back in the start-finish line, is back at the actual start-finish line. So that's Vlad crossing the line for P1. Congratulations to him. Scott Flack. Awesome effort to finish in P2. Here comes Matt Collins coming down the main straight now. So we've had someone, it looks like Matthew Pritchard's come to some grief because he's lost P4. He's all the way back into P8, so he's down a lap. He must have had an accident. So that's Matt Collins crossing the line in P3. So that means Scott Fitzsimons will be crossing the line if he pulls it up in time, managed to hold it out in front of Harrison Tebb. So it's Scott Fitzsimons, Harrison Tebb, and we can see Eric crossing the line, but he's a lap down and he'll take P9. So that leaves Matthew Parry, congratulations, New Zealand driver, finishing in P6. And Braden Pritchard is already across the line, and Pritchard either pulling out or something happening there, so unfortunate, but we're going to get ready and regroup for race 2. So make sure you stay tuned and enjoy the commercials.
Ready to go?
Problems like this call for an original solution.
Now, this bloke's got common sense. You can tell by his strides and shirt. The original Australian King G drill, made for people who don't mess around. Good fit and down to earth. They don't try to look good, so they do. The original King G drill, made for people who don't mess around.
I left you in charge, Grandpa.
Yep, I'm in charge.
You qualified?
I'm qualified.
Experience?
I looked after your dad when he was a kid.
Having lots of baked beans?
Lots.
Heinz?
Heinz.
Any particular reason?
They taste good.
Mum said you can't eat stuff just because they taste good.
They're packed with protein.
Anything else?
They're low in fat.
Uh-huh.
And they're high in fibre.
Fibre? What do I need fibre for?
Keep you regular.
What's regular?
What are you, a cop?
Just want to get the facts, Grandpa.
You sure ask a lot of questions.
I'm a kid. It's my job.
Oh.
Oh, Mum. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Sorry, Mum. Oh, no.
Every day in a million ways, every home needs Harpic to keep your loo clean, fresh and blue. Every home needs Harpic. Every day in a million ways, every home needs Harpic to keep your loo clean, fresh and blue. Every home needs Harpic.
Oops. Oh, no.
Every day in a million ways, every home needs Harpic to keep your loo clean, fresh and blue. Every home needs Harpic. Making it happen, making it quick, making it thin or making it thick, making it easy, making it right, tasty and cheesy, making your night, making it your way, straight to your doorway, making it fast, making it last, making it early, making it late. Pizza Hut, making it dine in, take away.
Jan? Jan? Where's our ad in the Yellow Pages directory?
Keep calm. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10.
Not happy, Jan!
Broken frets. A problem with my go-go-mobile. Go-go-mobile? Problem with my go-go-mobile, and I was wondering if G-O-G-G-O. Problem with my go-go-mobile, and yeah? Yeah? No, not the dart. Not the dart. So they always think it's the dart. It's a weird ripper.
SimHaus.
Hole-proof and spans. It's unbelievable underwear.
So, how do you eat your Maltesers?
I love to crunch them. Crushing them between my teeth so I get that explosion of malt.
So, how do you eat your Maltesers?
Well, first I let the smooth milk chocolate dissolve in my mouth, and then I slowly suck the crisp malt centre until it all melts away.
Pick me!
Maltesers. No ordinary chocolate.
Welcome to DHL. Please enter your account number. Please enter the service you require. Please enter the destination code.
DHL can take almost anything to just about anywhere. Package for DHL?
Okay, welcome back. We're ready for race 2. 10 laps it is. Lost a couple of drivers. Not too sure if they're coming back, but we'll see later in the broadcast. The boys are gridding up. Reverse grid this time. So we'll have Scott Flack, who comes second in the first race. We'll be starting on P2. Still waiting for Eric Chandra. Fashionably always entering the grid late. And there he is. Slots in. So we're ready to go. Ford Sierra's all at the front. We've lost our Nissan Skyline. But we've still got the Holden Commodore at the back. So race 2, 10 laps. Here we go. Can the boys improve from race 1? Oh, Matthew Parry from New Zealand getting an awkward start there. Harrison Tebb crossing up. Collins on the front. It's a drag race. Matthew Collins chasing down. That's Scott Flack out in front of the shell. John Bouse, Ford Sierra. Can he go up the inside? Beautiful gold mag smoke coming up from Flack's car, but he's held on and he's got the boost up the hill. Boys down the back. There's a big gap there. Looks like Matthew Parry coming through. Who else? Weird to see Harrison Tebb again. Having an absolute shocker. We've still got Scott Fitzsimons further back. So back with Scott Flack out in front. Braden Pritchard in the Caltex moving up into P2. That means Matt Collins has had a mistake across the top as well. It looks like he's stuck. Where is he? Oh, he's over the fence. Oh, he's got to pull out there. That's game over for him. Beautiful shot watching Scott Flack coming down Conrod Straight now, full speed. There's the old driving in the background. Under Dunlop Bridge now into Murray's. There's Braden. He wants to make do of last race. He didn't have a good performance in race 1, but he's up in P2 and he's just got to keep it on the black stuff if he wants to take that position. Matthew Parry in the Alan Jones Benson Hedges Ford Sierra. It's up into 3rd, and Vlad Tokarev, last race's winner. He's on the charge. Look at him. He's just ragging that car around. And Harrison Tebb in P5, a few seconds back after that roll earlier on. Scott Fitzsimons come down Conrod. Down into Murray's corner, pulling it up hard. Does well. And Eric Chandra, possibly another mistake, and into the pits he comes. Very different looking pit lane, which you can probably recognise if you're a fan of the V8s. This is how it used to look back in 1985, thanks to Aussie Joe. Beautiful rendition of the old Bathurst layout. Not too sure if we had pit lane speed limits in real life, but today it's 40 kilometres an hour. But back out in front, Scott Flack posting some purple sectors. Now he's got a clear run. Down Conrad he comes, full noise, 5th gear. Is Braden catching? He's 7 seconds behind. I didn't check. I can hear them all screaming down the main straight as Braden's Got 6 seconds to gain Matthew Parry. Oh, there's Vlad Tokarev on the charge. Here he comes, 1.5 seconds behind Matthew Parry now. Our Kiwi versus the Russian. So that's going to be on like Donkey Kong anytime soon. And Harrison Tebb coming up over Mountain Straight. Scott Fitzsimon's further back. So this will be the battle. Oh, he's just got him. I think Parry's just moved over and said, mate, you're too fast for me. I'll let you go. Look at him. Just sliding out on that wall there. We're on board now with Vlad Tokarev across the top of the mountain. Heavy on the brakes, just past the Dunlop Bridge. Well, he's going to overshoot that. No, he's pulled it up. Getting the tail end out. Using all that turbo. Looks like Chandra's going to be coming across the line. Is he lapped down once again? Yes, he is. We saw him coming to the pit lane, so he must have lost a tyre or something. Because there is damage here and they are susceptible to lose tyres and body parts being an older car, but oh, it's going to be the Scott Fitzsimons and Harrison Tebb show any second. Further up it's Scott Flack still out in front, coming over McPhillamy across Skyline. Very simple but effective paint job, very striking. Been a very popular paint scheme through the 90s and late 80s. Just under 8,000 revs on 5th gear, we're getting 290 kilometres an hour down the main straight, under the bridge, into the braking zone, under the JPS bridge. I usually call it the Dunlop Bridge. So that's 4 laps down for Scott Black. Braden Pritchard up in P2. And that gap has opened up to 10 seconds now. And watch this gap behind. That's Vlad Tokarev. And he's a further 10 seconds back. About to cross the start-finish line now. Not too sure if you follow the real race, but the finish line is shortened for the current V8s, and the finish line is under the overpass there, but they actually started the original start-finish line. But at this time, the checkered flag will be shown at the start-finish line, where they actually start the races. So Vlad Tokarev in P3 now, 10 seconds behind Braden. That's the timing, you got to see it. I think Matthew Parry and Harrison Tebb side by side. Here we go. Across the main straight, Parry's happy to give up the position. But is he going to get a run up? Or has Harrison come to grips with the VL Commodore? Oh, he's gaining up Mountain Straight. Get the inside line, tucking in. That big rear wing of the Tom Walkinshaw VL Commodore. Watch the Commodore come down Conrod Straight now. Full noise. Around the 7,500 mark, 284 kilometres, definitely tapping out. Bouncing down Conrod Straight. I obviously, just getting crossed up. Murray's Corner is not his thing. He just got it pulled up in time. And he survives for lap 6, moving on to lap 7. He's just smoking up those rears, giving us a show. Scott Fitzsimons back in P6 at the moment with Eric Chandra. A lap down, so too Matt Collins, unfortunately, rolled across the top and rolled over the fence. And there's no catch fence up there, and there's no way of getting back on as well. So, unfortunately, that's him out of the race. Scott Flack up top. Tocker of 20 seconds down, so Flack is flying. The flying Flacky in the Shell Ultra Ford Sierra. This will make an exciting race for race 3. We've actually got Ludwig Askinas trying to jump in as well. So that's Scott crossing the line. That's lap 7. We've got Vlad in Murray's Corner. Braden Pritchard, just crossed to him. Commentator's curse. And that might be Braden out of the race too. So next is Harrison Tebb. Getting all crossed up, coming down the hill. These cars get up to full speed and the downforce is not that great on these cars. So as you can see on screen and probably in real life as well, the cars would literally float across the road. There's more of a concave main straight now, forcing the cars to be either on the left side or the right side. You can see a bit of a jump there. And again, as we come down into Murray's Corner, can he pull it up? Did he brake early enough? I think he likes Rallycross better. Matthew Parry's still in tow, so any mistake that Harrison makes, Matthew Parry's going to be right there. And we've got Braden Pritchard still on the fence. He wants to jump it like a kangaroo, but he's not going to be able to on a Ford Sierra. And unfortunately, that's him out for race 2. Pritchard retiring to pit lane. Unfortunately, Marshall's tried to get him back on track, but to no avail. I can hear the Commodore in the foreground. Beautiful sound. So we go on board with Matthew Parry now. Just taking it nice and easy across the top. Making sure he hits his mark. He's been quite consistent. And he's been with us all year long as well in the Champions League. Down in the dipper, nice and wide and open. Obviously it's a lot tighter now. Always loved that livery as well for the Benson Hedges Ford Sierra. Top gear, 7,400 revs, 287 kilometers an hour. Look how loose it gets under brakes. That's the problem with these cars. You really got to handle the cars as best you can under the load. So it comes into Hell Corner for the 8th time. So out in front, Scott Flack's on a PB in the first sector and nil in the second sector. So let's see what I can do in the third. Both Scott and Flack have got very similar top fastest lap in race 2, both in the 156s. Scott with a 156.6 and Vlad with a 156.3, which he did before in race 1, so he's been quite consistent. Most of the other boys are hovering around the 2-minute mark. So Harrison Tebb, almost a minute back. He's had a couple of incidents, so that's where the time's coming. Oh, he's getting it loose. Pull it up, heavy brakes. He must be loving this car. It's got the old H pattern connected to the sim tonight. Understeer, oversteer, he's got it all coming down the Conrad Straight now. In P3, will he hold that towards the end of the race? I can hear Matthew Parry coming along behind. Not much protection down the main straight. Looks like the design was meant to push it back out on the circuit. Thankfully, there's a bit more protection for the boys today. Harrison Tebb crosses the line, his second last lap in P3, and there's Matthew Parry in the background. Scott Fitzsimons, we haven't seen much of him in this race, currently in P5. Just pulls it up in time at Murray's to cross the line as well. Eric Chandra with a pit visit is back on top of the mountain. He's racing with us from Indonesia, so we've got a few internationals here tonight. So Scott Flack coming to bring out the white flag. He's been very consistent in this race and it shows. Oh, Tokarev. Vlad's had a major incident. He's had to pull out. He couldn't get out, so he's going to lose second position by the end of the race. Okay, so Flacky coming across the top of the mountain for the last time in race 2, 10 laps. The next one's going to be double this one, so not too sure if that's going to induce any pit stops. But Vlad Tokarev managed to get it back to pit lane, so he is back and he's rolling back out. Wants to try and recover some time here. but he'll be relegated to P6 by the end of it as Harrison Tebb comes out. But it's Scott Flack coming down the mountain for the last time in race 2. Congratulations to Scott Flack. He'll be happy with that. He hasn't crossed the line yet. He needs to keep going. And there he is, crossing the line, P2. Well done, Scott Flack. Race 2 winner. So then we've got Harrison Tebb up into P2. Oh. And that's Vlad in front, but Vlad's now a lap down as he's had to reset back into pit lane. Oof. Tebb just leaving black streaks all over the circuit, locking up here and there. Tebb just getting loose down the main straight. That's probably what happened to Braden as he got loose, launched it on the hill and jumped the fence and unable to get back on. But it'll be Harrison Tebb coming across the line in P2. Just got one corner to go, using all the curb. And there he goes. Congratulations, Harrison Tebb. Here comes Scott Fitzsimons, keeping himself out of trouble and now finds himself up into P3. He's got Matthew Parry, and this is position as well. So Parry, will he lose too much momentum? Could be a drag race across the line, but it's Scott Fitzsimons and then Matthew Parry from New Zealand crossing the line. That's third and fourth there. Eric Chandra has already crossed the line or received the checkered. So that'll be Eric Chandra in 5. Vlad Tokarev in 6. And that leaves Braden Pritchard in pits. And Matt Collins, unfortunately, from second position. Must be a cursed position because both Matt Collins and Vlad Tokarev did come to grief while in P2 and relegated back to pit lane. So we hope that we get a good race for race 3, which is going to be 20 laps, so make sure you stay tuned. And we'll be back after these retro commercials.
Jan? Jan? Where's our ad in the Yellow Pages directory?
Keep calm. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10.
Not happy, Jan!
Broken fraps. A problem with my Go-Go-Mobile. Go-Go-Mobile? Problem with my Go-Go-Mobile, and I was wondering if G-O-G-G-O. Problem with my Go-Go-Mobile, and yeah? Yeah? No, not the dart. Not the dart. So they always think it's the dart. It's a weird ripper.
Matrixx.
Hole-proof and spans. It's unbelievable underwear.
So, how do you eat your Maltesers? I love to crunch them. Crushing them between my teeth so I get that explosion of malt.
So, how do you eat your Maltesers?
Well, first I let the smooth milk chocolate dissolve in my mouth, and then I slowly suck the crisp malt centre until it all melts away.
Pick me. Maltesers. No ordinary chocolate.
Welcome to DHL. Please enter your account number. Please enter the service you require. Please enter the destination code.
DHL can take almost anything to just about anywhere. Package for DHL?
I like Bingley. I like Bingley. Their prices are very low, you see. From here to Hong Kong, it's Bingley for me. I like Bingley.
And remember, for lowest prices and biggest bargains this side of Hong Kong.
I like Bingley. Jan? Jan? Where's our ad in the Yellow Pages directory?
Keep calm. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10.
Not happy, Jan!
Broken fraps. A problem with my go-go-mobile. Go-go-mobile? Problem with my go-go-mobile, and I was wondering if G-O-G-G-O. Problem with my go-go-mobile, and Yeah? Yeah? No, not the dart. Not the dart. So they always think it's the dart. It's a weird ripper.
Matrixx.
Hole-proof and spans. It's unbelievable underwear.
So, how do you eat your Maltesers?
I love to crunch them. Crushing them between my teeth so I get that explosion of malt.
So, how do you eat your Maltesers?
Well, first I let the smooth milk chocolate dissolve in my mouth, and then I slowly suck the crisp malt centre until it all melts away.
Pick me. Maltesers. No ordinary chocolate.
Welcome to DHL. Please enter your account number. Please enter the service you require. Please enter the destination code.
DHL can take almost anything to just about anywhere. Package for DHL?
I like Bingley. I like Bingley. Their prices are very low, you see. From here to Hong Kong, it's Bingley for me. I like Bingley.
And remember, for lowest prices and biggest bargains this side of Hong Kong.
I like Bingley. Jan? Jan? Where's our ad in the Yellow Pages directory?
Keep calm. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10.
Not happy, Jan!
Broken fraps. A problem with my go-go-mobile. Go-Go-Mobile. Problem with my Go-Go-Mobile, and I was wondering if G-O-G-G-O. Problem with my Go-Go-Mobile, and yeah? Yeah? No, not the dart. Not the dart. So they always think it's the dart. It's a weird ripper.
Okay, welcome back. We are here for race 3. 20 laps, the longest one of the night so far, so the boys pretty much have been practicing up until this point. And with the points, it was Scott Flack who starts from pole, and Vlad's just gone around the both of them. Kenny, Scott Flack making him work for it. Teb off into the grass, so too Scott Fitzsimons. Chandra trying to get up in there as well. Side by side. Oh, Chandra off into the grass. He gets the job in front of... that's Teb straight into Griffin's bend. Tokarev in front, Eric Chandra, then Scott Flack. Harrison Teb. Scott Fitzsimons falling down the back from P3. This will be a good race if they all stay on track here. Not too sure what the tyre consumption's doing to these older Dunlops. Chandra just clipping the wall there. Oh, that's Chandra straight in the wall. Black up into P2. Chandra's still back there trying to find the gears and the reverse. Off he goes. That's Fitzsimons moving up as well. Chandra having a shocker tonight. He was P2 in the championship, only 3 points behind Scott Flack. Scott Flack leading by 3 points, and Vlad Tokarev is actually third in the championship. So at this stage it looks like it could be Scott Flack taking the round win and the championship as a result of tonight's racing. All he has to do is sit in P2. Oh, Chandra getting a better line. As we saw a headless Eric Chandra there in P5. Lost another couple of drivers who have to get up early in the morning, so they've pulled the pin. Vlad still only 1.6 seconds ahead. He struggled to catch Scott Flack before in race 2. There's a bird's eye view coming over Skyline now. Down in towards the dipper. Hard on the brakes, get the car very unbalanced through that section there. That's why the accelerator's not on. So too this part here, you've really got to brake early. Can't get the weight on the wrong side, otherwise you did what Eric Chandra just did and go straight in the tyre wall. There's Dick Johnson's tree over to the right there. Beautiful detail in the track here at Bathurst, thanks to Aussie Joe. 500 metres to Murray's Corner. You see the old braking markers there. Braking at the 200. Is that enough? It is for Vlad Tokarev. Looks like Scott's the only challenger for the lead here, staying within the 2-second mark. On board now with Scott Flack coming up over Stallman Park. The infamous grate that's not actually there at this stage. No walls to protect you. Saw a couple of guys roll over that wall on the left-hand side there. Oh, Scott Flack just locking up a bit too much. Important to get the car back under control because you can still see Vlad just in the distance there. It says 3 seconds. But like we saw in race 2, Vlad made a little mistake and lost P2 and fell all the way back. We're only down to 6 drivers now. We started at 10, possibly 11. Bit of a disappointing turnout, but the boys that are here are racing for the championship. We've had 8 rounds all year long for the Matrixx Plumbing Champions League for 2023. Matrixx Plumbing kindly supplying $100 prize money per round to the top 3. So the winner will get $50, the second place will get $30, and third place will get 20 as we see Scott Flack just brushing the wall there. Just catching up with Harrison Tevsin where he's at his MP3. Ragging that V8 Commodore. And here comes Eric Chandra. He's been closing the gap. He got stuck at Forest Elbow on lap 2 or 3 there, and he's been chasing ever since. Looks like he's closing in. The gap down to 8 seconds, so keep an eye on that time. Scott Fitzsimons in P5. He's started in P3 for the start of this race. He may actually bag some points, some valuable points. Oh. It's in the old Ray Lintott Ford Sierra, number 12, sponsored by Valvoline. Fitzsimon's just wrestling that Sierra. Very ginger over the top here. Second gear just coasting down. Bit of the brakes, down to first. Get a good launch out. Quick sprint to Forest Elbow. And it's back on the brakes again, stabilising the car. But up the front, we've got a challenge here. Scott Flack moving in on Vlad Tokarev. Here's the race. This is what we want to see. Flack closing in now. Flack probably looking after his tyres earlier on in the race. 6 laps down. Tyres warmed up now. Can he make any improvement? He posted his PB on that last lap, and Vlad lost 3 seconds to Scott on that last lap alone. So must have had an accident while we're watching Scott Fitzsimons. Oh, Vlad just so close to that wall. Looks like Vlad's starting to pull away again. This is where it's very important to just calm the car down, keep it under control. Otherwise you're just a ball in a pinball machine. Just locking up. Flack just got to concentrate here. Oh, see, just clipped the wall. Almost a third of the way there. We are a third there. So this will be the battle of the night so far. Harrison Tebb a further 24 seconds behind in the VL Commodore. Hopefully these two can keep each other company for the rest of the race. Give us some excitement here. This is the last round of the Champions League, and it's actually the last race for us this year as well. So if you're watching, just want to wish everyone a happy and safe Christmas and New Year. And we should see you early 2024. Goes through Eric Chandry. He's down in Griffin's Bend. I can hear Harrison Tebb just ahead. Oh, there he is. So this is a replay. Harrison Tebb coming up the hill. He's clipped the inside wall. Did he get on it too early? No, he ran right in the pine bushes. Oh, jeez. Big hit from Harrison Tebb there. And that's for position. So Chandra's moved up into P3. Look at that. Just in time for the beautiful sideways action. Oh, he's locked up right on underneath the Channel 7 Sport camera here. He's just smashing it wherever. Alright, we'll go up front. Scott Flack trying to stay close to Vlad, but Vlad stretched that out to 3 seconds now as we hit lap 8. Scott Fitzsimons posting his fastest lap of the race so far at 2:02.8. Nice and easy through Forest Elbow there. Been very consistent coming through Murray's Corner, not losing any time. We saw Harrison struggling in the early parts of tonight's race. Oh, Matthew Parry just getting loose coming out of there. So heads up Mountain Straight. Okay, so to recap from the front, it's Vlad Tokarev. Currently in P1, fastest lap of the race so far, 156 flat. Bettering Scott Flack in P2 with a 156.2 at this stage. Oh, just locking up the insides there. Flirting with that barrier on the outside. Probably a little bit of net code because Vlad is racing with us from Russia. I see Scott Flack. Nice and smooth across the top there. Always a beautiful rhythm coming out of Forest Elbow when you can get on the gas and then just drift out to that outside wall, avoiding that little tyre wall right at the end, as we saw Dick Johnson, forget what year it was, clip that and have a nasty accident. Thankfully come out unscathed after that one, but if you ever get a chance, just look up Dick Johnson, Forest Elbow, and look at that accident. There's no way you just can't imagine how he survived that crash. I was actually there that year, and to rebuild the car and have it out on track the next day was a miracle, pretty much. The local TAFE boys get to work, the apprentices or the guys that study, they always get to work on the race cars while they're in town. And they did a fantastic job. The paint's still drying on the outside of the car when it was on the grid. So massive year for Dick Johnson that year. That was in the green Mustang, sponsored by Channel 7. Oh, just going wide. They're starting to get loose here. Other tyres going off. That's a couple of mistakes straight away. See where Eric Chandra's at. He's coming up Mountain Straight now. Just getting a light coming over that crest. First gear up through the cutting. Just second, hits third. Backs it off a little bit because the tyres are going off. We can start to see that now. They've still got 10 laps to go. Scott Fitzsimons is chasing down Harrison Tebb, so this is for position. Can he get it done? The sun bearing down on him as they head up the hill. Very much an issue for the current V8 drivers towards the end of 161 laps. Nice lines from Scott Fitzsimons, just taking it easy, looking after the tyres, keeping it on track, and now he's challenging for P4. That's Harrison Tebb out in front. And 83 kilometres, top speed down the hill. Oh, is he going to lose it? Oh, almost. He had to catch that. Can he pull it up in time? And where is Scott Fitzsimons? He was there. Must have had a mistake coming down the hill. Starting to lose concentration. The night getting long here in Sydney. Currently 9:46. That's Matthew Parry moving up into P5 as well. So Scott Fitzsimon's gone from challenging for P4 down to P6 at the moment. One little mistake. And Scott losing over 20 seconds on that lap alone. And that's what's found him at the back of the pack. So how is that going to affect his points for tonight? Could be in the money if he gains 2 more positions before the end of the race, but still a long way to go, 8 laps. As we can see, it's not easy controlling these cars. They're getting light over the hill here. You can see it drifting all over the circuit. The inside rear lifting up under the heavy brakes, getting light, and that's why we're seeing a bit of smoke coming up. They're just locking up slightly. As the weight of the car goes to the outside, the inside gets light and locks up with no full load on them. That's Scott fucking P2 at the moment. Championship leader, and could be round winner by the end of it if he stays in this position, but I don't want to give the commentators curse. The night's not over yet. So Eric Chandra coming up out of Griffins into the cutting. Oh, just getting light. Will he go straight ahead? No, there's plenty of track there for him to correct and keep going as he solidifies himself into P3 at the moment. Harrison Tebb a further 45 seconds back, coming up Mountain Straight now. Revving the guts out of that V or Commodore. Fairlane generators. Getting it nice and wide out there. Wants to cut in real early, get on the gas. He's carrying a lot of speed up through here, which is great to see. Just ragging it through Sulman Park, across the Great, and into McPhillamy. Almost losing it there. Could have given the position back to Scott Fitzsimons, who's moved himself back up into P5. Looks like Matthew Parry had an incident on that lap as well, because he lost 20 seconds to the rest of the field. But the times between Vlad Tokarev and Scott Flake, they are doing identical times, both in the 1:57.5s. So there's nothing in it. Actually, Scott Flack slightly the better on that lap alone. But there is an 8-second gap between them, so there's a lot of work for Scott to do if Vlad's going to not make a mistake and give away his lead to Scott Flack. So I go to Scott Fitzsimons coming over the hill once again, down Conrod. Looks like Vlad Tokar, the leader, right behind him as well. Yes, it is. Coming across the line, there's Scott Flack just in the background there. So that's what 7 seconds looks like on track. Who knows where Vlad would have finished in tonight's round if it wasn't for that second race incident from P2. Rolling over the fence and unable to rejoin the track. Very clinical here. Vlad's probably on the brakes the whole time down. He's not getting down to first gear. He's definitely using second, so he's settling the car in third, coming down Skyline. And we can see Harrison Tebb out in front there. No, that's Scott Fitzsimons, I should say. So 1985, back in the James Hardy 1000 era for Bathurst history. Still braking hard at the 200 metre mark, so the tyres must be, well, as I say that, just clipping the grass there on the outside as we cross the start finish line for the 15th time. And he's got Scott Flack just ahead. Scott Flack moving over, he's probably been given the blue flag. Doesn't know which side of the road to Scott Flack giving way. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Down Under Series for supporting us with their server. We lost our server through the latter part of the year, and Down Under Series definitely came through and supplying the server and the ongoing support so we could finish this season till the end of the year. And we definitely appreciate it because we've seen some fine racing since that point, and it wouldn't be possible without them. So we do, on behalf of SimHaus and our community, definitely thanking Down Under Series for helping out. We all know each other and would definitely do the same for any other of the leagues if they needed that help as well. So there's a few Australian R-Factor leagues out there. Aussie Sim Wars, Down Under Series, Misfits, Three Stooges. I think there's Outlaws Racing as well, so make sure you look them up. If you want to join our racing for next year, definitely just go down into into the description and click on the Discord link, the invite, and that gets you straight into our Discord server, and then that's how we communicate and keep everyone up to date on the downloads and links that they need to follow to get into the racing. So next year we'll probably be doing the V8s, and the British touring cars seem to be a popular make as well, so we're just deciding on what the third league's going to be for 2024. Did you want to see us delivering different cars and tracks each round like we did in 23, or do you want to see something like the I won't call them Brazil Superstocks. What we used earlier this year was like a fantasy Superstock, and everyone loved them. They were like Formula One stuck to the tarmac and provided some brilliant racing, and that was part of the Champions League as well. So we may revisit that mod, so make sure you stay tuned, click the link, get involved, be part of the community, and we'll see you next year. Scott Black crossing the line for the 17th time. Vlad's still out in front, and there's the lead. He's pretty solid out front. That last lap was a 1:57.8. Scott Flack at 1:57.9. So with those lap times, the positions are going to be status quo. Oh, look at him. He's getting very confident now. Vlad coming up Griffin's Bend sideways. Sounds like he's got a car in front of him as well, so he's got a back marker to get past. Oh, I can hear tyres screeching. Oh. Vlad flirting with the grass there on the outside barrier, coming across the top. Very smooth through Forest Elbow down to Conrad Straight. If you notice, we don't have the chase in 1985. That was introduced after Danny Holmes' accident. Danny Holmes unfortunately passing away right about here on the track, on that left barrier there. I was actually there within minutes of the incident, and not a good time to be at Bathurst, to be honest. Unfortunately suffering from I think it was a heart attack or a medical condition while driving, and crashed straight in a barrier, rode the car off. Danny Holm, a very accomplished New Zealand driver, losing his life at Bathurst. So it's Harrison Tebb in the foreground there. Will he keep Vlad company and give him a few burnouts just in front, or will he just let him by and obey the blue flags? Nice and wide Vlad's going, just so he can cut it in tight on the exit. Look at Harrison getting sideways, dropping that rear out. Racing with a H-pattern gearbox as well, Harrison Tebb is. So he's gone the full Monty with this one. Oh, getting up nice and close now. Oh. Now Ted's just going to chase Vlad as hard as he can staying in the slipstream, get that draft. These cars are tapping out at 285 kilometres an hour down the main straight. There's no chase to speak of, so it's all the way down to Murray's Corner. Definitely changing the braking markers as these boys are braking hard at the 200, even Teb's at the 250. There's Scott Flack in the background, so it's only 7 seconds back, but we're on our second last lap. So go through the field, Vlad out in front obviously, Scott Flack behind, then Eric Chandra in P3 coming out of Forest Elbow, and for his run down. Conrad, listen to the turbo, Ford Sierra, Cosworth. Getting slightly airborne through there. The cars in real life definitely got light. They didn't get airborne, but definitely got light across the top as we've seen a couple of drivers tonight getting loose and losing control and losing a lot of valuable points. As we saw, I think that's how Vlad succumbed to. He relinquished his P2 position right towards the end there, only with a couple laps to go, but that was enough to go back to the pits, need a quick fix and back out on track, losing a lap in the meantime, and probably losing the round in the process as well. So race 1 went to Vlad Tokarev, race 2 went to Scott Flack, and it looks like race 3 is going to go to Vlad Tokarev once again. So Harrison Tebb in P4 in the VL Commodore with Tom Walkinshaw Racing. So we'll see where Scott Fitzsimons is. For the Ray Lintott Ford Sierra, he's back in P5. He's going to bag some valuable points for the championship as well, as he was in 3rd best at the start of race 3. So he crosses the line for the second last time. We are on the last lap. This is Matthew Parry from New Zealand coming down the main straight. We'll just see where Vlad is. He's coming up the hill for the last time through the cutting. But Matthew Parry racing from New Zealand, they're a couple of hours ahead of us, so it'd be very late at night for them. It is daylight saving time for us as well, and them, so I think it's about a 3-hour, 2-hour time difference. Coming into Murray's Corner, deep under brakes, coming through there in the Alan Jones, Benson Hedges, Ford Sierra, across the line second last time. Let's go back to the leader. Vlad Tokarev with now a 9-second lead ahead of Scott Flack as he comes down Skyline Forest Elbow for the last time. 2023. Staying well clear of the tyre bundle at the end of the wall there. Scott Flack very close, a bit closer than I thought. And yes, he's 8.5 seconds back. So Vlad Tokarev coming down Conrad Straight for the last time. Bit of net code showing that he's getting airborne, but that's not the case. And here he comes. Congratulations, Vlad Tokarev. That is P1. And here comes Scott Flack as well, crossing the line. Well, within 7 seconds. So he's gaining towards the end there. Not too sure if Vlad was backing off, but anyway, that's a 7-second gap. Harrison Tebb going to cross the line for P4, but we've still got Eric Chandra coming out of Forest Elbow, and he'll collect P3. for race 3. Probably his best result tonight. Yes, it is. Race 1, he was down the backs, and race 2 is mid-pack, and this time he'll be up there for P3. Almost thought he was going to go in the pits then. He pulls it up, final gear, first gear, second. Oi, 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 oi. Congratulations, Eric Chandra. That's him crossing the line for P3. Scott Fitzsimons in the pits. Matthew Parry crossing the line. And that is the field. But tonight we'll see who's making all the commotion. Oh, that's Scott Flack. Beautiful. So that's Scott Flack with the championship win. So he's now Matrixx Plumbing Champions League champion for 2023. So that's why he's happy, giving us burnouts. I'll just see if we can quickly go to Scott Flack while he's doing that, or just let him enjoy it for now. Looks like he's having too much fun out there. And he's parked it back in the pits. So there's the field back in the paddock. We'll see if we can jump in with the boys and get to chat to some of them. Hey guys, it's Shane here. We're live on air. How was that tonight, boys? You enjoy that?
No.
That's Matthew Parry. He was consistent at the, I won't say consistently at the back there, but taking it easy and not getting in the way of anyone. Bagged a couple of good results there, but well done, Matthew, and thank you. Racing with us from New Zealand can't be easy. What time is it over there?
It's just after midnight, and I've got to get up in 5 hours for work. So yeah.
All right. We'll quickly say hello and thank you very much for joining us this year, and I hope to see you back again for 2024. And so Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. You too. Yeah, and I'll be back next year for sure. This is good fun.
Awesome. Thanks, mate. See you later.
See ya.
So with Harrison, how was that in the H pattern?
Yeah, no, it was real fun. Heaps, real good. Yeah, no, it's tough trying to keep with the Sierras, but yeah, across the top you just try and keep with them and try and get in front of them and hold them to try and get them for the straight. But yeah, they're just too powerful at the moment.
We definitely look like you're enjoying yourself, ragging it out through the corners there. So gave us plenty to watch.
Yeah, no, it's once it sort of got past 6 laps, the tyres started turning to jelly, so oversteer was mostly the go for the rest of the race.
So your tyres were going mid-race or towards the lap 6, 7, 8?
Yeah, lap 6, you could definitely notice that there was no more lateral grip, and then yeah, just you had to sort of peg it off a little bit around the top, just lift out a little bit, and just watch the turning in, and just making sure it's stuck before you fully committed to the corner.
Yeah. So you'd be able to give us a burnout right now, would you?
Yeah. Definitely.
Go on, mate. Let's see it.
Oh.
Come on, mate. That's it. That's Harrison Tebb on screen giving us some beans up Mountain Straight. Doing a Shane Van Gisbergen, not leaving anything left on the back end. Do it in style in a H pattern. Harrison, thanks for racing with us this year. We really appreciate it, and know it hasn't been easy. You've been working hard on real race cars in real life, so yeah, definitely appreciate your support and joining in when you can, buddy.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, it's been not something I could get to all of them, but yeah, whenever I saw one that I could maybe half get away with, I always tried to make sure, and always a good bunch of guys to race with, and yeah.
Well, definitely appreciate it, mate, and hope to see you back in 2024.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, buddy. Thanks, mate. We'll get on to and congratulate Scott Flack, who is now the Matrixx Plumbing SimHaus 2023 Champions of Champions. Congratulations, mate. That's a second in the. No, I think that's a round win, another round win, and the championship. So, how do you feel, buddy?
Yeah, pretty happy. Pretty surprised, to be honest, given qualifying I didn't even get a lap time in and started last.
Well, yeah, we saw you qualify last, but up finishing in P2 is not a bad effort. And considering your practice and qualifying efforts, you definitely improved as the night went on.
Yeah, I was just really lucky. I think I managed to avoid a lot of the carnage and just, keep it smooth and relaxed, not having to push too hard most of the time.
Well, you were definitely keeping up with Vlad there, who was showing some fantastic pace. I'm sure he was sandbagging through practice and quali because, not quali, because he showed us what he could do in quali, and we're like, oh, okay, that's the benchmark, is it? Wow, okay. Because we're looking at Braden Pritchard and Matt Collins, who were quite quick, but Vlad just took another second or 2 seconds off, which was just incredible. But through that race, you guys were on par. Every lap was exactly the same, down to the 10th. So that was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, at times I tried to push a little bit just to see if I could catch him, and then I'd be on a really good lap and outbrake myself slightly and think I'm going to die, and then go, nah, that's enough. I'll just relax for a bit.
You just needed to bag the points to take the championship because, you're only defending a 3-point lead ahead of Eric Chandra. So anything could have happened tonight. If you were having a shocker, you could have lost the championship. But you held it firm, and it turned out that Eric was struggling in the first 2 races, but definitely come good in the third. So he did well as well. But yeah, that's the championship to you, buddy. And now you got to come and defend it next year.
Yeah, I look forward to it, and all the other ones as well. And thanks to yourself, SimHaus and Matrixx, for running the championship.
Yeah, so that's another $50 in the bag for you, mate, and will be thanks to Matrixx Plumbing, who's been sponsoring $100 per round. We'll be allocating all the prize money very soon, and prizes to come as well through the post. So keep up with our socials, and you'll see them being delivered. And hopefully, we get a nice pic with a champion's hat on, with new look SimHaus hats, not race centre hats this year. So something different for the trophy cabinet, mate.
Yeah, I think I've pretty much worn out the race centre one from the F1 championship a few years ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there'll be another one coming your way, so look forward to that. And Scott, again, with the other leagues and this one, thank you for your support, and appreciate you rocking up every round and giving it your all. And we hope to see you back in 2024. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Same to you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Same to everyone out there watching as well.
Yeah. Have we got Scott on air? Scott Fitzsimon's on the mic.
Yeah, I'm here, mate.
Hey, mate. How did you enjoy that? We haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, mate, that was really good fun. Cars took a little bit of getting used to. I only really stepped in it quickly this afternoon in between work meetings, but it was good to get into a rhythm, and yeah, something a little bit different, which is what I think platforms like R Factor really need to shine in.
Yeah, and that's what it can offer too. So that's why we like to stick with it, and not just stay with the F1s and B8s all the time and GT3s. So I do like the notion of having different cars and track combinations, and hopefully it increases for next year and we get more of a following both on the stream and more competitors as well. So that's what we want to see.
Yeah, mate, and can I just say, the production quality for this one in particular, I think has been your best yet, with the retro style TV on the stream, the retro ads in between the breaks, mate. I think you've outdone yourself from production quality today. Well done.
Thanks, mate. There was a lot of effort, and yeah, I just went to town with it, and yeah, really enjoyed it. I mean, I got the 7 Sport logo for 1990 up there as well. So yeah, I could have done a little bit more, but no, I was very happy with that, and I loved that sort of stuff. So thank you, mate. I appreciate the feedback. I hope you guys at home enjoy it as well, and let me know in the comments, and let me know what you thought, because a lot of work went into it, and yeah, good fun. I enjoyed it thoroughly. And Scott, thanks for your support with Ned Whiskey as well. Give them a shout out as they're on air at the moment as well. So how's everything going in the Ned family?
Yeah, mate, it's good. Released a new whiskey today, so that's this is my sort of celebration knockoff drink. Has been these 3 races, but no, it's all good. Mate, it's been a big year. Luckily, I don't have to get another plane this year, which sort of hamstrung me a little bit for the V8 series. Every time there was a race, I would actually be at the race setting up instead of in front of a computer screen at home. So hopefully next year it works out a little bit better.
Yeah, so for the guys at home that don't know, Scott Fitzsimons is part of Ned, and he represents the brand at the real V8 races. So he has to rock up and be there, be the face of Ned, and a few activations this year, I guess, as well.
Yeah, mate. Look, it's been a busy year. We only missed 2 rounds in the end, so certainly went around. Next time we're not live and we're having a beer, I'll tell you some stories from the gala event as well. That's always good fun. But it's been a good year, mate, and I think there's a really strong racing community, whether it's people at major events like V8s or Grand Prix around the country or indeed the world, and coming into the sim racing world just opens the doors to people who otherwise wouldn't get to be able to go behind a wheel. So that's a very exciting time for motorsport in general, I think.
Yeah, and a lot of people are coming in from different areas as well. Like I know with F1, what Drive to Survive has done for Formula One, and it's definitely opened the eyes to motorsport in general as well. So a lot more interest seems to be in the supercars as well. Definitely getting recognition around the world. So definitely seeing a lot more of that. Trying to see what the supercars is all about, and especially with Shane Van Gisbergen going over there and I won't say kicking their ass, but he winning that round, and definitely lifting a few eyebrows, and now the focus is definitely on us and our drivers, which is well deserved as well. So a few guys have done it before, but Gisbergen definitely brought it to the forefront of everyone's thoughts and conversation. So hopefully he does well next year as well, speaking of SVG. So all the best for next year for him. And yeah, I guess that concludes the broadcast for 2024. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching and liking and subscribing to the channel. And we just hope to get you on track and be part of the action next year at the start. So we'll definitely let you know early on and get involved before round 1 starts, so you're part of the family. But again, we always invite people on any round to join in and give it a crack. So we had a few guys start late in the year, and they're keen to get going next year. So look forward to that. Until then, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2024. Thanks, guys.